Imagine zipping through the air at breathtaking speeds, weaving through obstacles with absolute precision. Sounds thrilling, right? Well, today we're diving into the world of racing drones and seeing which one really deserves the crown. So in today's video, I'm ranking 6 of the best racing drones you can buy right now, from number 6 all the way to the ultimate number 1. And let me just say, number 1 on this list, it's on another level. Stick around, because trust me, you don't want to miss that one. Number 6. Sky Viper Type R Racing Drone. And right off the bat, I've got to be honest, it's one of those drones that looks far more impressive than it actually feels in practice. The body design is sleek, lightweight, and it absolutely gives you the racing drone vibes. But once I started flying it, I quickly realized that this one is better for someone who's just dipping their toes into racing drones, rather than someone who really wants that competitive edge. One thing I'll say though, is that the controls are really simple. Like, you don't need to spend hours figuring out how to get it stabilized midair, it almost guides itself, which is nice if you're a total beginner. The speed is respectable too. Not crazy fast, but fast enough to get your heartbeat going, especially if you haven't flown anything faster before. But here's where the cracks show. The build quality. Yeah, if you crash this thing at a high speed, you're gonna feel it. I had a minor collision, and one of the propellers just, didn't want to cooperate anymore. Replacement parts aren't super straightforward to find either. And that's something to really consider if you want to use this beyond the beginner playground. Battery life is another downside. I mean, you get roughly 10 to 12 minutes per flight, and if you're into racing, that window feels like it ends just as you were finally getting the hang of it. It left me wishing it held out longer. Number 5. Loiley X69. At number 5, we've got the Loiley X69. And this one surprised me a little. From the outside, it doesn't scream racing drone, but when I tested it, man, it actually performed better than I expected. For starters, it has altitude hold and headless mode, which basically make piloting a lot easier if you're still understanding flight mechanics. I like that it came with 2 batteries, so hey, you're doubling your flight time without having to immediately buy extras. It also feels slightly more durable than the Sky Viper. I had a few bumps and it kept going, which was nice. But, and you knew this was coming, it's not really a true racing drone. The speed is moderate, the turns are okay, but when you push it too hard, the responsiveness gets a bit sluggish. I noticed some latency between command input and the drone actually doing what I wanted, especially during sharp turns. In racing, that microsecond delay can mean the difference between winning and crashing. Another thing that bugged me was the camera. It's fine, but not great. You're not going to blow anyone away with the video quality. And while that's not necessarily a deal breaker for entry levels, in today's world where everyone wants to record their flight, it does feel like it's behind the curve. Still, if you're someone who's just casually experimenting, or maybe you're getting it as a gift for someone who isn't trying to go pro, the Loiley X69 is a decent choice. Number 4. DJI Neo. Sliding in at number 4 is the DJI Neo, and this one, oh man, now we're getting somewhere real. Right away, when I picked this drone up, it just felt sturdier, more refined. DJI always does a fantastic job making their drones feel premium, and the Neo is no exception. Flying it was a joy. The responsiveness was smooth, precise, and unlike what we saw with the Loiley X69, when you direct it, it actually listens instantly. The onboard stabilization is another highlight. Even when I was pushing it into aggressive maneuvers, the feed looked crisp, steady, and dare I say, cinematic at times. The big standout feature for me was just how friendly it is to both beginners and intermediates. If you're nervous about wrecking a pricey machine, the Neo kind of holds your hand at the start until you're ready to switch into more manual modes. Battery life is around 20 minutes, double of the entry drones we talked about earlier, and charging isn't an all-day thing either. Now, is it perfect? Not quite. It's not as fast as some hardcore FPV racing drones. It balances speed with stability, which makes it incredibly fun to fly. But if you're chasing insane adrenaline-filled racing thrills, This won't push you to the extreme. Still, the fact that it's DJI means updates, better software, reliable aftercare, and honestly, that peace of mind is worth something. So for casual racers or people who want to blend racing with everyday flying fun, the DJI Neo is a sweet spot. 3. DJI FPV Combo. At number 3, we're entering serious territory with the DJI FPV Combo. If you've never flown an FPV drone before, let me just say, it's like stepping into another dimension. The whole first-person immersive experience is on another level. The speed? Oh, it's fast. We're talking 0 to 60 miles per hour in seconds kind of fast. The responsiveness here is razor sharp, the kind where you lean into a turn and the drone literally feels like it's reading your mind. I was grinning ridiculously the first time I flew it with the goggles on. It's not just flying, it's like being the drone. Now, I'll admit, the DJI FPV Combo isn't the easiest to master. There's definitely a learning curve, especially if you're coming straight from beginner-friendly drones. But DJI, being smart, added multiple modes, so you can start off easy, and then gradually tiptoe your way into full manual, where things get wild and thrilling. The footage quality matters if you're the type who wants to share your FPV adventures, and the DJI FPV just nails it. 4K video, smooth stabilization, it's like you're producing drone racing highlight reels every time you fly. Downsides? Well, if you crash, repairs can be costly. This isn't something you want to accidentally slam into a tree at 50 miles per hour, but the adrenaline it delivers, absolutely worth the risk for me. Number 2, Apex VR70 FPV. Okay, number 2 is the Apex VR70 FPV, and wow, this one feels special. First off, the design is so sleek and aggressive, almost like it was designed in a wind tunnel by, race car engineers. You pick this thing up and you already know it's about business. When I flew it, I instantly noticed the low latency transmission system, and let me tell you, it's game-changing. There's virtually no delay between what the drone is doing and what you're seeing in your goggles. That means tighter turns, more confidence flying through obstacles, and just an overall smoother racing feel. The wide-angle camera is another highlight. You see so much of the environment around you while flying, which makes the experience more immersive. And yes, it's very, very fast. This drone isn't just for fun, it feels like it belongs on a competitive track. Durability-wise, it's solid. I had a couple of rough landings, let's just say the ground, and I got acquainted quickly. And the drone handled it without much complaint. Battery life is of course never long enough when you're having fun, but it held up well compared to most FPV racers. If anything, the only real downside is that it's best suited for people who are already comfortable flying FPV. Like, if you're brand new, it can feel intimidating, but if you already know what you're doing, man, this thing is a monster. Number 1, DJI Avata. 2, and finally, number 1, the star of the show, the racing drone I couldn't stop flying, the DJI Avata 2. Let me just explain this drone in one word: immersive. Pair it with DJI's goggles and motion controller, and suddenly, you're not flying a drone, you're living inside it. I mean, the sense of presence, the way it moves through the air, it genuinely made me forget I was standing on solid ground. Speed? It's blistering. Maneuverability? Insane. Camera quality? Simply top-notch. DJI absolutely nailed the balance between being accessible to newcomers while also giving advanced pilots something truly powerful. It's nimble enough to zip through the tightest spaces, yet stable enough to capture buttery smooth cinematic footage. What really stands out to me is its safety features. Things like obstacle detection and emergency braking give you this safety net that most high-speed FPV drones simply don't offer. It's like having a seatbelt in a race car. It just makes the whole experience feel much more approachable, especially if you're nervous about crashing. And durability-wise, honestly, I messed up a few times. Clipped trees, even smacked it against a wall once. And yeah, the Avata 2 survived. Not perfectly scratch-free, but definitely tougher than I expected. This is the kind of drone that makes you fall in love with flying all over again. If you want the ultimate racing drone experience right now, hands down, it's this one. Closing. So there you have it, 6 of the best racing drones on the market right now. From the starter-friendly Sky Viper to the jaw-dropping DJI Avata 2, there's honestly something here for everyone, whether you're just getting started or you're chasing that hardcore rush of true FPV racing. But I'm curious, which one of these would you actually go for? Would you start small and safe, or jump straight into the deep end with something like the Avata 2? Let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if this video helped narrow down your choice, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around for more guides just like this. Alright, until next time, fly safe and fly fast.